Okay, you guys are able to see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Just as I said, right, so I'm doing a recording of the session so that I can post it on the internet and give it to other people as well. So I will, if you have any questions, I will take a pause at an intervals, and then if you have a question, so you can ask me. When I prompt you for asking questions, please ask the questions. Okay.
Okay, Ram.
Yeah. Right. Okay, let's start. Okay, I'll just right. Yeah. So little brief. I'll just start with a little brief and then go by feature. Quartz is an unified testing platform. It is intended for serving any enterprise who has a software product to ease off their testing headaches. So unlike many other products for in the test automation, Quartz is designed for to break all the technology barriers and give the interface, a simplified interface for the manual QA team so that they can leverage the Quartz and its automation for their explanatory testing. So we have simplified everything, and so therefore you don't have any installation. Everything is on cloud. Coming from test case management to test execution and viewing results, everything is done through a cloud infrastructure. Everything is virtualized here. So what that means is simply controlling as a couple of these forms and doing some clicks, you should be able to execute automation at your own way. So on a high level, I'll explain you this. We assume that there are kind of three kinds of user types that will be using the system. One is a manual QA teams who will be exploring the will be using the testing for their advantage. Right. So for example, in this particular dashboard, what you see predominantly you can manage your test cases, and then you can create a bunch of suits, and then you can create your test runs and execute a task, and then you can also view the results. So this pretty much is the things that you can do from a manual tester point of view. So you can manage your test cases, you can prepare a suite of sequence of steps and call it as a suit and execute, and then create a test run and execute it automatically. So again, everything is done on the cloud, so you don't have to worry about any installations or anything. And there is a second type of user who is mainly the person who will be helping you in setting up the automation itself. So by clicking this, you will be redirected to a studio workspace where you are seeing a bunch of objects that's there within your product. And on the right, you will see some of the functionalities that you are intending to test. Today conversation, so I will explain you deeper into the as a manual tester, how do you build up your test cases and execute it. So first starts with a little bit of the test cases. So here your test cases can be organized by clients, or you can say by data sets. So that's what, if you don't have a data set, then you can ignore this. And then if you go further down, so each and every functionality that you have is listed here. A functionality is something which is a test subject that you have. It could be an API, or it could be a sequence of web pages to achieve a certain functionality. We call it as a functionality, right? So each and everything can be tested individually. So what you have see here is the number of test cases that you have, and we classify the test cases into three sections. One is the functional test cases, and then you have a field level testing, and then element level checks. This will help you in understanding the issues to a narrowed down to the particular root cause. Meaning, if it is a functional, we don't want to mix up a functional when you're doing a big functional testing. We don't want to bring in UA checks and then overcomplicate the automation script itself. So functional testing, it will be primarily focused on functional testing only, and field level and element checks will be a part of ad hoc testing that you chose. And on demand, you can select as part of your testing your functionality. On demand, you can check your enable your field level and element level checks. So field level checks are nothing but validating a particular field rather than taking a complete a workflow, user workflow as a scenario. So a typical example, if I have to say, if let's say you're creating an employee name as a form and you have to enter different data entry points into the first name, for example, meaning you can give a normal positive same as Ram, or you can say give a huge lengthy name which exceeds maybe your boundary values and test it out, or you can use some special characters and see how it responds. So that can be tested individually. So because we are defining the even the field level test cases at a field level, so the reporting will also be pointed at that particular field. So that will help and developers understand precisely what the problem is. Similarly, UA checks will be intended to check any aspects of the page, or if it is a mobile application, it's a mobile thing. So that is predominantly what it does is like you can check the labels, or you can check an attribute of any HTML tag that you have in your page. It could be a color of the if there is a color or a style sheet you want to check, you can check. Or also you can check if some fields are disabled or not. All the kind of checks can be performed within this. Now, before I go details into the more into the test cases, in terms of the automation, there are two types, two sections of for a test case. One is the test data, another one is the description of the test case. So with our functionality with Quartz, you can even manage the test cases manually. I'll start with the manual test case creation. So you can understand. Or you can select here and you can select a feature, which feature you want to bring this in. So the features can be defined in the settings page here. You can create multiple features. Let's say I want to create a new feature called CRM testing. This feature is responsible in testing CRM feed and its sub features. I can create a feature like this and save that. Okay. So once it is done, then you can always come here and I'll go back to test cases. And then there is, I go to functionality. I can select a feature, which feature I want to bring in, and then I can give a name to my functionality. Lead management. I can describe this functionality. Enter relevant data and required for testing CRM lead. Okay, I can create a functionality. Now, for this creating a functionality, now I can create a different data sets. Now, today, for the sake of today's discussion, I will be focused more onto the automation side of it. So we'll come back to manual testing at a later stage. Coming to CRM, as I mentioned, right? So sorry, the test data, test case and test data. So for the automation, so we have we manage everything into the into the test data itself, even the description of the functionality and all. So if I click on this, so we can integrate that into any SharePoint or anything. So here is the test data. So this is the test case ID and this is the test case reference. And then you can describe what this particular thing does. And then you can define your data required for the for the particular test, functional test that you want to test with it. Okay. Right. So moving from there, any changes you want to make, any new test case you make, you just add one more row and create one more test case, and then you can come back here and do a synchronize. This will help you synchronize the data from SharePoint to Quartz application, and once that is done, then subsequently you can take it, use it for any executions. Let's take a little pause now and ask if anyone have any questions. Guys, any